Hello, in this video I want to talk about something that I've seen on the internet, which is this person called a light out of darkness, and it's an interesting aim. What happens is she helps people going through narcissistic abuse, and there's this one thing that she has touched upon, and this is from her experience, and I think I have a similar experience too. But before I go into it, I am not talking about narcissistic abuse. What I'm talking about is the relationship I have with my mum, and which is interesting because me and a light out of darkness has a similar experience with her but I think this comes and again about the Enneagram. I have a book down here which is an orange book about all the personality types, and it states that type 3s are close to their mums. So young enneagrams, young number 3 enneagrams tend to know what will please their nurturing figure, or a carer who has looked after them. Or it's to do with pleasing their moms or their carers. They stop, how can I put this? We like to match the expectations that our mom or our caregivers look to us for. So if I'm making any sense here, what happens is you can't be your normal self. You have to be a improved version of your personality, if I'm making any sense, because they expect you to be perfect, and usually the stereotypical mom is the personality type 1, and they always look for ways to improve you. You know, they automatically look to what's not right, what's not perfect. And so an Enneagram 3 will try and match their expectations. So if, like, I don't know, the kitchen's not perfect. I mean, I know if my kitchen's perfect, my mum is not coming through my front door, you know, because she has high expectations. And if it's not perfect enough, or the, you know, it always stems to the young Enneagram 3 and the relationship they have with their nurturing figure. And as I have mentioned, that nurturing figures are usually your stereotypical type 1. I mean, I'm a 3, and when I have kids, I may choose to parent differently, completely differently. But I know that if I don't match the expectations of my mum, what she hopes, I do feel like a bit of a failure. It's true, you know. Because I try so hard to be the perfect version of a daughter. Like I know I have a bit of a speech problem, and I know if I work on my speech rules, my speaking can get perfected. I know if I lose weight, my mum is proud of me, but that's not helping me. I mean, especially as I'm going to a slimming ward at the moment, and I'm scared. I'm not scared, but I'm nervous. Because I think I have to do good. I have to do good. And then if I don't, I don't want to tell her. But if I do, I say I lost 2 pounds or lost a pound. Oh, great, you know. I mean, it is hard if you look to your nurturing figure for validation. It is hard because you are constantly wanting her approval, because it doesn't matter how hard you try, there's always gonna be something that isn't perfect enough. And that's the relationship I have with my mom. As I know that if she comes over and I've not put the vacuum around, I'm like, oh God, she's here. She's picking up on things, you know, which she does. She walks into a room and automatically sees what is not right, what is not perfect enough. And then if I'm not matching her expectations, then sometimes I do feel that, you know, I'm feeling a bit crappy. You know, she's here, what's she going to pick up on? What is she going to say that's not perfect enough? And this is what I believe it all comes down to, your personality type. Because once, when they walk into a room, they immediately see what's not done, what could be done better. And I know through experience that my house is never going to be perfect enough. I'm not going to be perfect enough. But I'm trying to do things for myself. So listening to a light out of darkness talk, I feel in that sense I can relate to her and the relationship I have with my mum. I'm not suggesting my mum is a narcissist, because she doesn't take pleasure in seeing me hurt or upset. Or she does have some traits which makes me think, am I good enough? So I don't know. I think over time I have developed a bit more of a better relationship with her, but it is important for a child to feel like that they are perfect enough, because it's how daylight out of darkness explains it is you have come out of yourself and you are meeting the wants and needs of your nurturing figure, and that's the best way to describe it. And it depends if your nurturing figure is healthy or unhealthy into narcissistic, but a young type 3 will always try and match the expectations. So it is important that they feel enough, that they don't have to do things just because. I want to use this as an example. It was ages ago, years ago, and my mom said to me, and I think I was talking about something, I was talking about my sister at the time, and she turns around and said, yes, but you like to wind her up. I'm thinking, I don't. Or the way this was put across to me at the time was, if I suggested anything differently, then that wouldn't have got believed. So I said yes when I meant no, because if I had said so it is, in terms of mentality, is I will tell you what you want to hear, and it's aft, because if you are always telling people what they want you to say, what they want to hear, it's exhausting. It's mind blowing. You can't keep it up. Somewhere along the line, you have to drop it, drop your act. But sometimes that is never going to happen, because it's, in terms of mentality, again, it's I will be who you want me to be. That's it. I will be what you want me to be.